Hey friends, back with Beautiful Mess Plans. Today I'm here to plan the last week of August. It's the last week of August, but it goes into September. But because most of the week is in August, I'm gonna use my August stuff one last time. And then next week we'll switch over. So I have no idea what I'm doing this week. I hadn't like pre-thought like, oh, I really want to use this stuff. So we're just going to kind of wing it. No Blue Angels this week, so hopefully I'll be way less distracted, although there is someone mowing. And we haven't heard a mower in so long because we have been in like extreme heat, which has been awful. 5. Today's supposed to be the last day of it, thank goodness. And it's been like super stressful for us because we noticed that our air conditioning wasn't keeping the house cool. Like we'd have it set at something and it'd be a couple degrees higher. And then the next day it'd be a couple more degrees higher. And eventually we got to the point where it was 82 degrees in the house, which that's pretty warm. No, I get cold easily, but that doesn't mean I want to be 82 degrees in my house. So that was horribly unpleasant. They were able to come out like super quick, but the problem was that we had to get like a big chunk of things replaced, which meant we had to wait. Like they came out on Monday, we had to wait till Thursday to get it fixed. They were able to put like enough, they put refrigerant in because we were leaking, our coil was leaking. They put refrigerant in, but they're like, we don't know how long that'll last you, so it could just go back up. So it was very stressful. Luckily, it did not go back up. I'm going to use that. It did not go back up, but it was kind of, felt like we were holding our breath. I was thinking, I did butterflies once already. I'm just trying to think of, because I have a lot of little butterflies on these pages, and I could do butterflies again. That wouldn't be like the worst thing in the world. I am unprepared. Anyway, they came out on Thursday, yesterday, at the time I'm filming this, and fixed it. And it was like breathing a sigh of relief, except for the amount of money it costs to fix it, which is always like terrible. But then yesterday our house wouldn't cool under 78 degrees. And so we're like, seriously, like, can't catch a break. So we're like, well, they're closed now, so I guess we'll just wait until the morning. And so my husband left a message, and luckily we woke up to the house at 72. We sleep at the house at 72. And all seems to be right. I think it was just so hot by the time they finished, because they had to turn the air conditioning off to actually do the work. And by the time they finished, it was just so hot outside already that the house just couldn't cool down. So that was pretty awful. But we seem to be in a much better place now. Thank goodness, because this is the last day of it, but it was, you know, I'm over this. I'm over this heat. I'm over all of this. I should just always grab my scissors, but I never do. So that's been a kind of stressful part of this week. It's just been kind of a busy week. Just in general. Let's see, what did even happen? So my son got his cavity filled. That was a Tuesday activity. My daughter started her gymnastics on Thursday, and she absolutely loved it. I was really nervous on how she would do, but she did great, and she loved it, which, you know, makes me happy. And she's like already ready to go back. I was like, next week, next week you can go back. So, but she did great listening. She tried everything out. So really proud of her for that. I could have done it. I guess I should have done it closer. So it's not so far apart. Oh, my oldest, I didn't even write this down because I forgot about it, but my oldest is in 5th grade. And in 5th grade, at least around here, I think this is the case in a lot of places, they can start an instrument. So she gets her choice between strings, orchestra, or band. And she's kind of been trying to decide which way she wants to go. I was in band. Actually, my entire family was in band. We were a band family. My husband's family was a band family. We don't have anyone that did strings. Let's see. I played the tuba. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It was massive. It was huge. Don't know how I survived it. My husband, ironically enough, played the flute. I put that down there, which you couldn't see. And then we had a wide variety. The rest of my family basically played woodwind instruments, clarinets, oboes, saxophones. His family has a lot of brass instruments, so it was like a mix. But no orchestra kids. None of us did orchestra. So she is thinking about doing the violin, which is awesome. You know, she wants to do the violin. But on, what was it, Wednesday night, because if there wasn't enough going on last week, Wednesday night, she got the opportunity to go up to the local high school, one of the high schools. We actually have 5 here, believe it or not. She got to go up to our high school that she'll go to, and they had a bunch of band and orchestra kids, and they had all the different teachers up there, and basically you got to go around, and the high schoolers there was like a bingo, so like different activities of like find a kid, find a trombone, ask a tuba player to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you know, different things like that. And she was so good because I made her go up and ask and talk to all of the high schoolers, which she's such a shy kid. And she did amazing going up and talking to all of them and asking them and going around to all the instruments. I was so proud of her because she is so shy. But she went around and she asked and got to like hold a couple instruments. And they're also getting to try out some instruments at school as well. But she went around and got to see all the instruments, see the high schoolers with their instruments. And it was really, really good. I'm glad we went. We were kind of on the fence about going, but it was good we went. She's still leaning. Her 2 top choices have either been flute or violin. I think she's leaning heavily towards violin, which would be great. It might be a little rough on her ears when she's learning, but we're willing to sacrifice if she finds something that she loves. So that we did. And it was really cool because we didn't have anything like that. I don't even remember getting to try out instruments. It was basically just like, I want that, you know? So it was very cool that they got a chance to try stuff out. Hold on. I have my September stuff sitting right here. And I was thinking about digging out to see how mismatched these are. Like I don't love the September kit, I'm not gonna lie. It's so brightly colored for September, but it's fine. I'll still obviously use it because I still do love Cocoa Daisy, and not every kit is going to be up my alley, and that's okay. These aren't too awful. They definitely, it's like you can tell that there's a shift, and you couldn't see it. Sorry. So anyway, I decorated while we talked. So I think now that I decorated, let's go back and look at this week, which I think is just gymnastics. And my kids have a half day. That's it. That's super easy. Now, gymnastics is going to be every single week. So I think I need to figure out, actually, do I want to put like a quote down here? Unstoppable today, achieve it. You gotta grow through what you go through. Let's do this one just for kicks and giggles. It's the Whistle While You Hustle. Honestly, I don't always read these, whatever, but I have them, and so I try to use stuff. Anyway, I interrupted myself. Gymnastics is going to be every single week, so I feel like I need to figure out a way to mark it that doesn't necessarily take up a bunch of space. I mean, I could use my dot marker, wherever that is, and just write it in. Oh, It's right here. And then just like put a dot and write in gymnastics so it's not taking up a ton of space for when we have other things on Thursday. I think that may be the way to go about doing it. So so we have that, and then my kids have a half day on Friday. I think that is it for the week. It's a pretty quiet week, honestly. So how do I think just a box. I have plenty of boxes left, so I feel like I could probably use just about any box to like even one of these round boxes cut in half to put right here and just mark half day. Let's do the, should we do green? Let's do green. I'm not even sure what time I have to pick up my kids. Probably should figure that out. And do that. And then we'll just write half day. And I think that's it for the week. So like really simple week. Nothing fancy at all. That's it. Like, I'll add more to these two lists as the week goes on. I normally do. But that's all I have for now. This was like super simple, super quick this week. I am kind of excited. I always like when I get to the end of the month, switching over to the new month, even if I'm not necessarily like super pumped about the kit itself, I am excited to make the change. So yeah, that's all I have this week. It's super simple. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.